Unfortunately, Maidstone United's FA Cup run, glorious storyline of a FA Cup run, has come to an end.
End of the road, no boys to men.
Yeah, losing last night to Coventry City in the Championship. Obviously, once this episode is out, it won't be last night, blah, 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 a few days ago. But, we'll just go straight to the man himself, Maidstone's own Jacob.
Yes. Sorry, I'm so honestly, I'm tired. We got back earlier hours of this morning, so we're putting on a recording just for you guys. But
actually, wait, before you even do it, let's break it down a little bit. Take us through the day before the match. So going to Cov and all that pre-match stuff. Take us through that first.
Okay, well, we went up yesterday. We went up on the day of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So we didn't go up. So we went up day of the game. Met the coach in. Meet time was 12. Then we went to either in Maidstone or in Waltham Abbey 115. So I met at Waltham Abbey. Then we got the coach up to Cov, to the Village Hotel. Around 3:45 we got down there. Pre-match was in that hotel. Good vibes. Same like before against Ipswich. Good vibes. Everyone was just buzzing around saying, okay, cool, we're gonna do this. Preparing well for the game. Everyone was in good spirits. No real nerves this time because everyone had gone through the same experience last time, so everyone was ready. And then we just wanted to get to the game really. So pre-match out the way, had time to chill, chat. So half the boys were vlogging, so there's loads of vlogs that are going to be coming out because a lot of the boys were filming what was going on just for the experience. So that was that. Then we headed to the game. We got to the game relatively early, to be fair. We got to the game 2 hours early, so we must have got there 5:45.
Oh, to the ground, yeah.
Yeah, we got to the ground 5:45.
Yeah, because I saw, I think, BBC Sport or the FA Cup. I think it was the FA Cup tweet when you lot had to go off the coach.
Yeah.
And then a couple of your teammates were filming like the fans and stuff like that.
Yeah, so we got to the game 5:45, which is early for a match day, to be fair. Usually we're there about an hour and a half before, so we were there 2 hours before.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're just looking around the surroundings. Obviously Coventry's grounds, great pitch, great stadium.
Very nice stadium.
It's much changed since I've been there before. Since I played there before, really. It's real nice there, to be fair. And then it was just a case of, as the gaffer always says, get your pictures, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
So you get like a good 15-minute period to take the pics, enjoy the moment, enjoy what's the surroundings, and then. He even said, keep your earrings in. This way, because he hates us having our earrings in and that sort of stuff. He was like, keep your earrings in. I was thinking, okay, there's something wrong today, but it was fine. He said, keep your earrings in, take your pictures. So we did all of that sort of stuff. And then we have 15 minutes and it's just straight now. Okay, cool, that's all out of the way. Focus on the game. Then back in, obviously warm up. Well, our just usual stretching program that I go through and everyone else goes through, music blaring. Then Gaffer's talk was just dare to believe. That's kind of what we went in. Same sort of notion as Ipswich. Dare to believe in us, believe in everything, as I said before. And, going, he said, we're already history makers, but let's go one more.
Yeah.
That was,
go create more history.
Yeah, that was the message going out, really. And the warm-up was good. Like it felt like everyone was in a good place. It didn't feel like anyone was out of their comfort zone. So... Yeah, and then obviously we went in from the warm up, and there was only about 15 to 18,000 fans in there. And then when we came back out for the start of the game, the walkout, we went, oh, okay. The crowd had filled up massively, and credit to Coventry as well. That was their largest crowd of the season. You can obviously see the team they put out; they weren't messing around either.
Yeah.
So it was in for a good game, but that was like the build up.
Yeah, that was a build up. Yeah,
that was a build up to the actual 90 minutes.
So now, talk us through the 90 minutes now. Even though it wasn't the result that we wanted.
Yes.
Hence why we're in black. But,
we did not plan this.
Obviously, so the key, obviously, you play the game in like phases. So we play in the first 50, like every 15 minutes. We kind of play in 15-minute phases. So what to do and what not to do in the first 15, really.
Yeah, because it's 3 phases per half anyway, like easy.
And just depending on where and how sometimes your first 15-minute phase might last for 45 minutes just because it's working.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it was a different sort of game to Ipswich, whereas we had more of the ball than we did against Ipswich.
Yeah.
But we also knew if we have more of the ball, we're more vulnerable, because when you have the ball, you're more vulnerable to mistakes because you're expansive.
Yeah.
You're having to be in. You're out of shape essentially when you have the ball.
Yeah.
So if any mistakes are made, you're vulnerable for a counter attack. You're vulnerable for anything to happen. And we're not playing against our normal level of opposition, where when you do make a mistake, it's not punished. When you make a mistake at that level, it's punished within it was punished within 2 passes. 10, 15 seconds, the ball's in the back of your net.
Yeah, they move very quickly in transition.
Exactly. And we found that out very quickly.
Yeah.
So first 10 minutes of the game, we found that out instantly. I feel like we started in a good place though, in terms of pressure wise. Like the first few minutes we were kind of higher up the pitch where we wanted to be.
Yeah, like the first 5, you lot was in there. You was in their half.
Yeah, kind of pressing.
And when it got to minute 9, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's like they kind of got out of their half, and then once they got out of their half, they pinned us in. We don't mind being pinned in because we can sit in a shape and shuffle. But it was just when.
But you have to do it. That's the
you have to keep shuffling.
Yeah, but the only thing is, when you do have the ball in those moments, you have to make sure the first pass is secured.
Yeah.
And that was our problem. We weren't securing the first pass, and sometimes we weren't securing the second. We secured the first one, but then the second one would be giving it straight back to them and not over hitting the pass or putting the pass in behind. We're giving it back to them.
It's like right there.
Yeah. And then say because I'm in the midfield, say the pass is overhit by 5 yards, the wrong side of me or something like that.
Yeah.
I now can't get back because they've taken a first touch 5 yards away and they're already driving and I'm running back behind you. You get what I mean? So yeah, we conceded after that, 9 minutes?
9 minutes.
9?
Yeah, 9.
So the first one was after 9. The second one was after 13.
Yeah, 13 or 14.
Yeah, and then we switched shape. So we started shape 4-1-2-3. So 4-3-3, but just I was usually I'm the only 10. So we were playing 2 because they play 2 deep liers.
Yeah.
And then we switched to a 3. We switched to a 3-4-2-1.
Or 3-4.
My maths is correcting me. Yeah, 3-4. Yeah, 3. We switched to a 3-4-2-1.
So and Lamar behind Manu.
Yes. Yeah. So those were that's what we switched to, and I feel like that worked better, in terms of how we could get on the ball. Because sometimes when I'm playing as the 10, I am isolated. I'm having to rely on second balls a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So when I'm now in the 2 minute midfield, I can actually just go and get the ball for centre back and try and get us to some form of playing style.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were in a better shape in terms of in the 3 at the back. Okay, cool. You know you've always got 3 behind you. There's 4 of us across midfield. There's 2 of us in front. So the 2 can screen us too. So we're basically a box in the midfield. And then the 1 up top can always drop in on the back of the pivot.
Yeah.
There's 6, which was the Liam Kelly. So we were just trying to shuffle, and then where we could push up the pitch, or naturally just try and gain advantage. Anytime the ball went backwards, try and gain a few yards. But what they were doing was good. Coventry were kind of luring us into certain things. They were moving it, and just waiting.
Yeah,
and standing on the ball.
Exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, just standing on the ball, waiting for one of us to jump.
Especially their centre backs.
Yeah. As soon as one of us stepped out of shape or stepped left, even if you step the wrong way, one yard, they'll play the pass and you can't get back there.
Bro, they capitalized so well on you lot being out of shape at certain aspects. And it's not even criticism to you lot that out of shape. Being out of shape naturally happens when you're trying to create attacks, etc.
Yeah.
But either side of the field, as soon as they saw someone was out of position, if your attack broke down, they were going straight to that, getting the ball in 2 passes so quick. And I was like, all right, cool. This is an efficient football team.
100%. And the difference between them and Ipswich was, what would happen is, and I was saying it when we were playing Ipswich, I said, if the Ipswich players when they would play through us, if the Ipswich players would just turn and drive, they were driving at our back 4.
Yeah.
But the Ipswich players would set. Whereas yesterday, Casey was getting on the ball. Casey Palmer, for context, was getting on the ball. And he was
driving
on the half turn already.
Yeah.
So now it's a problem because we're used to, someone's going to get the ball there and probably set. But when someone gets the ball and he's now driving at your back 3 or back 4, one of the centre halves got to step out, and they've got William runners. They had Ellis Sims and then Haji Wright running.
Yeah. and Tavares as well. Yeah.
Running off the other side. So now
Tavares kept running all match.
That's the thing. So when you got runners, and half of them are running, they're not running for any, they're just unselfish runs, but they're creating space for another person.
Yeah.
Which are the key
and
runs.
That's what was dragging some of you guys out of position as well.
Right. But that was dragging us out of position even when they were just playing. So like a midfielder would just make a run, but you can't not track it, because if you don't track it, they're gonna play it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to move out of position, and then it was just hoping that one of your players would drop back in for you. But stuff happens so fast on the football pitch that it's difficult.
It was very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
And what they're doing is they're just bouncing the ball. So when they're lending it, so sometimes they're lending it just to see a different picture. So it's just in, back, just to see if the picture's changed. And sometimes the picture don't change, but you can see after doing it a few times, the next time that happens when we're in that same situation, the picture might change.
Yeah, one of you might bite.
Yeah, because you've seen it before.
Yeah.
So you're playing a game of cat and mouse, really.
No, it was.
And you're just hoping and you're seeing and you're trying to read certain things and you're trying to see, okay, cool, they're gonna do it this time, they're gonna do it that time. Okay, and then eventually you're thinking, okay, I've got to step out because I feel like they're running me around here.
Yeah.
And when you do step out, that's when they penetrate.
Because one thing they done well, I'd say that they done different to Ipswich, was they wore you lot out quicker.
Right.
Like, for instance, even if they're doing a keep ball thing and they're being calm, as soon as they're ready to attack, their short sprints were so effective.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, Casey Palmer, the way he was receiving the ball on the half turn, as soon as the ball was going into him, Had you right, Ellis Sims and Tavares were all that way.
Yeah.
They were all like Ellis Sims was already on the centre back shoulders like that. So boom, as soon as if any time he could go in, it will be peak, innit? Whereas like Ipswich, it was more build up.
Yeah.
Whereas and they got a lot of chances.
Yes. But not more clear cut.
You lot didn't waste as much energy in that sense, because if they're breaking your shape, you lot weren't getting out of shape at Ipswich game. They were just breaking you down.
Yeah.
But then when you lot could counter, you could see how effective it was because of the space. Whereas yesterday, anytime you lot tried to counter, the counter didn't work. You lot actually had, I'd say, your half chances or opportunities from just playing.
That's I mean? They weren't on the counter attack opportunities yesterday, because you're right in saying what you said in terms of the difference between Ipswich and Coventry. And what Coventry were doing, I felt like they watched what we did against Ipswich.
Yeah.
And
they tried to nullify that straight away.
You lot ain't doing that.
Their centre backs weren't as high.
Yeah.
So the centre backs sat deep, and if the ball went over the top, the centre backs would always have a 5 yards on our striker. Even if our striker's quicker and would get there, it's not a counter attack because the centre backs back behind him, ready. So all he's doing is forcing you back.
Shape wise, they were really good.
Yeah, they were in a controlled shape, and the centre halves are good ball players. So when the ball did go over the top, in the National League, what you find is, or lower down, you find players just kick it out of play. Yeah. Their centre backs would control it and go back to their keeper. Or control it and just play their fullback, or control it and stand on it for a while, which makes a lot of difference, because when you're used to someone facing their own goal and then kicking out of play, you're thinking, okay, we're gaining territory.
You can pin them, pin them back a bit.
But in those games, you're not gaining any territory by banging the ball in behind.
It's just going right back to them.
Yeah, you're just giving it back to them, and now you're just having to.
And you can't even push up. You just have to stay there now because they're coming back so fast.
That's the thing. And when you do push up, if everyone doesn't go together, and there's space in behind, you know where the ball's going in behind. Even the one time for their third goal, because the first 2 goals all happened early, then we kind of changed shape. Their third goal was they went long.
Yeah.
They went long. So, Liam Kelly played a half diag kind of to the striker. They set it. Casey comes on, has a strike. And then they scored a rebound. So they do stuff at the right times. You get what I mean? When they need to go long, they go long. And when they don't need to go... And they're a footballing team, so they want to play.
Yeah.
But when they do need to go and overhit a pass or just go longer... It's not a long ball. It's a long pass for them.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Whereas we're trying to... We did play at times, to be fair. I say more in the second half when we kind of... It was 3-0.
Or even when...
Yeah, you lot did play a lot better in the second half.
I'd say halfway through the first half.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were 2-0 up at that point. But then you lot started to just express yourself a bit more effectively. And then... My only issue was there wasn't enough shots taken.
That's true.
There was you're getting in spaces where there's half chances potentially, getting crosses in, boom, or it's like I won't say not in an arrogant way, but I won't say you lot were trying to score the perfect goal, but
It felt like that
It
sometimes.
felt like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, just test the keeper in it.
Yeah.
You get me? Obviously, good keeper. I know the keeper, Ben Wilson, known him from Cardiff, but just test him. Like was it a couple times? I think Lamar obviously he's beat the in fact both of the wingers beat the fullbacks initially, putting crosses, and it got to the other winger, for instance,
And he
or,
just took
or
taken a
whoever
shot.
was on the other side.
Yeah.
And there was certain times it's either cut back to one of the midfielders, just hit it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
sometimes just put them under so they can see. All right, cool. Like, so
No, that
obviously
was
hindsight, but
yeah. No, but that's one of the things I was thinking when we were playing. I was thinking at halftime we said, look, boys, when we're in positions to shoot, I know we want to cut it back and score the perfect like finish, but you know if you don't shoot, you don't score at the end of the day. So and you never know what can happen. The ball can deflect off 3 men in the box, and you get what I mean. So
which happens in football.
that's the thing.
because it's funny, before their third goal, I think that's when they realised, all right, you lot are actually playing a bit.
Yeah.
And their third goal was effectively more different than their other goals, where it was more snap than boom. Whereas the other ones were obviously it was snap, but it was opening you quicker.
Yes.
Third goal, like you said, Casey's received the ball, snapshot, boom.
Yeah.
Keepers had to make that save, and then the rebound.
That's it.
And before you lot had
So
like
unfortunate,
a good
man.
5-10 minute spell of where the game was a bit more balanced.
Yeah, we were falling on the second balls.
Yeah.
I remember falling a few in the middle of the pitch and just being able to just play.
That second balls one, that was getting him.
Bro,
that was getting
I was saying it
Yeah.
throughout that one, lads, that pissed me off throughout the whole game because
he was fuming.
like you're half the time, especially for teams dominating, you're rarely gonna win the first balls. And it could be a good percentage you won't win the second balls, but if you're not putting yourself in that opportunity
To win
to
it.
battle that
Yeah.
second ball, you're giving them time to just settle.
Play,
So
yeah.
for instance, if Kelly or is it Talk, the other centre mid,
Yeah.
if they're receiving the second balls and they could just scan the pitch, you're like, what's the point?
yeah.
Whereas if like others are there, and it's not even in midfield, it was literally everywhere.
everywhere.
Like second balls compared to Ipswich.
Yeah.
Ipswich, you lot would battle for your second balls. Even if you didn't win it, at least you're in a position where they have to go and start all the way again.
Right.
You lot can get back in shape
Yes,
effectively. Cov, anywhere on the pitch that a second ball was, whether it was their half, your half, they could counter you lot.
Yeah.
When it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, I had a
a
gripe
second
at-
ball should be where, all right, we need to start play again,
Yeah.
etc. We need to even like get in our shape on the ball. And I'm like, bro, I was like, boys, just do this for me, please.
No, I agree with you because I had a gripe at halftime, just before the halftime whistle went. They played the ball inside, and I went to press top, but I'd seen what they'd been doing the whole game. They want to play around the corner.
Yeah.
So the ball's come into top, and he's gone to play it. So I've gone to press him, but I was saying you're playing this off one. So I've cut back towards where Casey is. I've blocked off the pass, and no one's won the second ball.
Yeah.
And I've turned around.
I think
And
I clocked that one. Yeah, you turned around and
screamed at someone, yeah. And the whistle went like 30 seconds later, and on the way in, I'm just screaming at people, yeah. And the man, the assistant stopped me. What's wrong? And I just, I'm not gonna say what I said,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was just screaming.
I actually remember that just before half time.
Yeah, I was just screaming because I said, how many times are we not gonna fall on the second ball in and around this area? Because every time the ball drops and it drops to them, it becomes an issue for us. And that's what the problem is.
And they make an issue quick.
This is the thing.
I think on that one, the thing that it looked like that pissed you off was you lot didn't hunt impacts at those moments either.
No.
Like, obviously, it's easier said than done.
It's difficult.
Do you
It
know
is
what I mean?
difficult.
It's very difficult. And
Yeah.
obviously, knowing as a former technician, man, knows you get it. But like, you can just see everything Ipswich, as much as you lot rode your luck, there was so much cohesion that game.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
was like, what's it on FIFA when the team
Chemistry.
yeah. Obviously, I don't really play it anymore, but
Yeah.
like, man, the chemistry was like, all right, cool. If you're going, I'm gonna be near enough there to support you.
Right.
Whereas there's certain aspects, whoever's pressing, for instance,
There was
as
alone.
soon as Cov just played that one pot, they utilize the space on the pitch.
Yeah. 'Cause-
And it's not even width wise, they just utilize the actual space.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I think caught you lot off guard.
Oh no, 100%. Because sometimes I felt like, but this is the thing we discussed. So we said if we're gonna go, everyone's got to come with the person that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go at the right times. So especially when the ball's in like the mid third of the pitch, we can't let them walk us down. So when the ball's in the midfield, we got to engage somewhere. Not all the time, because sometimes sitting and just shuffling makes sense.
Yeah.
But when we have to go, say if I went, so if I went, someone's got to come for the next one and come for the next one. But sometimes I was like, okay, I'm going. Where's the next person? And it's just, okay, let me just get back into shape. But because I understand everyone's at points is tired, because obviously you're just running around, you get what I mean? But at the same time, we had a system where if you do go, try and get someone to come behind you. But make sure you're going at the right time. So don't go on a press, drop back in and go on a press. You get what I mean? So go on a press, settle down, go on a press. But yeah, then obviously came up for second half. And obviously they're 3-0 up, so I think they kind of they're just trying to control and manage the game, not make many mistakes. So we had more of the ball. We had a few little combinations in the first 5-6 minutes of the second half, where we had a shot and it was off target. And then we were trying to play. We were trying to play, and trying to just get round the ball more, and just try and fall on seconds, try and do stuff quicker, try and play quicker, not take as many touches in certain areas, try and just be more expressive, show okay, cool, we're Maidstone and we got here, so let's not make a fool of ourselves. Let's try and
try to stand on business a little bit.
Implement ourselves into the game. And obviously then the gaffer wanted to get everyone involved, get the players on, get players off, which is understandable.
And to be fair, just with the energy that you lot had taken up throughout the game, you could tell players were starting to wear out and stuff, which that one you cannot fault one bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're playing a team that's obviously leagues above, when they play to their strengths and they utilize it, because that's effectively what Coventry done. Yeah. It's like, all right, cool. It'll make you lot naturally down to yourself, innit? So
so we just tried to keep up what we were. Well, not keep up. We'll just match obviously their intensity. Yeah. And then try and bring what quality we do have into that. You get what I mean? And when you have the ball, be calm, because it's not everything that needs to be frantic. Yeah. They're not always pressing us. You get what I mean? They're not always in our face, and when they are in our face, we play with pressure in our face in training. It's not, I understand there's another player running at you, but it's not like, if someone is this close to me, regardless of what league he's in, he's just another player.
It's not going to be any different.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. So it's still man at the end of the day.
It's still a man just pressing me. He's not pressing me any different. He might come at the wrong angle in a different league, but he's not pressing me any different. He's still pressing me. So be calm, try and play. And I feel like in the second half we tried to, get something going, some form of,
Yeah, you was popping the ball about a little bit. I see you put the ball into some spaces, but it just didn't connect at the time with some of the other players.
Yeah, but you get that, you get that, because we spoke about that though. We spoke after. We're like, look, like this, but you always have good chemistry with certain players in the team. You get
that's
what I mean?
natural.
So you always know where, like, because I've been playing with Lamar and Liam a bit. I always kind of know where they are. You get what I mean? In terms of, I don't have to look to know where you should be. Whereas others, I'm gonna have to think twice before playing that pass. But it's just the same. It's just cohesion and just getting to know everyone and play with everyone consistently. Because obviously our team, injuries and stuff like that, our team's been changing. I'm relatively new still to the team. I've only been here for 2 months. Yeah. So. And
I mean, I was saying to Zed during the game, you lot couldn't even name a full bench. You were missing like 3 players off four players off the bench or whatever. Obviously, a lot of players cup tied for you lot, and a couple injuries here and there, and just even players that played not being 100%. Obviously, it's not an excuse or whatever, but it's just.
No, it's a real thing though. Because even at the Ipswich game, you was on one ankle.
Yeah, it's true.
And people don't even know that.
No, but I'm out there. But when you're out there, all they see is a name on the back of your shirt. They think you're fit.
Yeah, 100%.
So I never got out there saying, "Oh, I'm hurt."
Well, that's the assumption when you're out there anyway. So
that's the thing. So everyone, no matter what performance you put out there, no one a million miles away is gonna say, "Oh, he was injured." I know I'm injured, and the people around me know I'm injured.
Well, you put on that shirt, you're fit.
That's the thing, and that's your choice to put on the shirt and play.
100%.
So there's no qualms if anyone said you didn't do well. You get what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. But it was a good experience. It was a great experience, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you had literally. You could put my family, your family, Deji's family.
The whole of Croydon was there.
we're there, bro. Like, and that is like obviously credit to yourself and like your peoples, etc. and just Maidstone in general, about 5k fans
Yes.
traveling to Coventry on a Monday
Yeah.
night. And obviously I was in the city early during the day and seeing Maidstone fans in the town centre and stuff like that. It's like, this is good, man. It's great for the club. Like, regardless of the result, the whole experience for you lot as the players, the staff as well. Obviously, the gaffer, George, he's played at the highest level.
Yes.
But like him experiencing that as a coach or manager, that might motivate him differently as well.
That's the furthest he's ever got.
Exactly.
Player or coach. So that's the furthest he's ever got in FA Cup.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, so
Fair.
this is a new experience for him too.
So that's mad. And man's played Premier League. So yeah, and then like I said, for the fans and the town Maidstone itself, bro, like it's put you lot on the map.
Yeah, they travelled so well.
Yeah.
And stuff. So mate, experience itself. That experience, no one can take that from you.
No.
You other guys.
Yeah.
And I think I'm happy how you lot enjoyed it after the game. Obviously, you were sad, disappointed, dejected with the end result and stuff like that. Then I think when you lot actually could do your lap again, etc., or just as time went by a bit, you lot could actually see your family members, etc., and then enjoy the experience, enjoy the support you were getting. And I think like the Maidstone fans helped that by just continuously singing and cheering for you guys after.
Yeah.
Bro, you lot were jumping and partying. I clocked at one point, I was like, huh? Why are they jumping and partying? I was like, who won? Who won? What they doing? No, but
Listen, they were celebrating like crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true because I was in the crowd.
Yeah, you were with us, so you didn't really clock.
Yeah, but I didn't even know half the time on the pitch the boys were still celebrating because I was in the crowd with all of you guys.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was like, you know what? The family, friends, everyone's come to watch. Let me go and show my love to everyone over here.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I understand. I love the Maidstone fans and all that sort of stuff, but the family and friends, they've all come to watch. They're the most important thing at that time.
Yeah.
So I've come to watch, and I'll come back and celebrate with the boys after, and you get what I mean. So that was my main thing, really, because I wasn't on the pitch for any of the ITV stuff or any of that sort of stuff.
He was with us.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think there was before we saw you when your family went to the corner the first time. The gaffer unexpectedly just called. So I think there was another player that missed it and he called for everyone to take a group picture.
Yeah.
So,
that was me and Kips.
Yeah. So I think
I got the picture on my phone.
Yeah. That's right. And just before we near enough wrap up, whose shirt did you...
Lataboudier.
Yes.
Yeah, I play against him when I'm on international. So we were playing against each other. He's Jamaica's captain.
Yes.
Well, he was Jamaica's captain for one of the games, but yeah, he's playing right back, but he's holding mid.
Yeah, I was thinking that. He's a midfielder, right?
Yeah, midfielder. He's playing right back. He plays everywhere for them. Fair. Good guy, to be fair. We were just chatting after the game. We were speaking about international duty. And he's just talking about Trinidad and how I hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we were just chatting away, to be fair. But as I said, great experience for us, and I enjoy it. You know what? I feel like every time I step in them stadiums, I'm like, this is what football's about.
Yeah.
Like
no, definitely.
This is kind of where you want to be every week. You get what I mean? This is like the pinnacle of kind of kicking ball. You know,
it's added motivation for you as well.
Yeah.
So.
When you're there, you don't ever want to leave that moment. You know what I mean? So it's like Ipswich away, you have 29,000. Last night you have 27, near enough thousand. Yeah. You get what I mean? So you're playing in front of these massive crowds, and
the atmosphere was nuts yesterday.
That's
the thing.
Credit to the Coventry City fans as well.
Yes.
The ones that were near us as well, bro. They were, before the game, they were singing. During the game, they were singing.
They're always trying to out-sing us. Like.
Yeah, and I was like, this is it. Like, they didn't show the league disparity.
Not at all.
Not like, do you know? I mean, usually you'll go to a big club and it'll be more or less quiet and stuff. But nah, bruv, they had
singing.
all their lights, all that jazz. So I was like, yeah,
and the banter as well.
Yeah, and obviously, just like I was saying, the stadium itself is just a very nice stadium.
Yeah, that stadium's transformed though. It really is transformed.
Yeah. Great club, Coventry are. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah, wish them all the best in the FA Cup. Wish my boys that play there in all the best in the FA Cup. Great game yesterday, so for them, and yeah, we'll learn from it, and obviously we'll take a few things from that game, and if we implement some of what we did yesterday when we did get the ball down and played into our performances in the league, there's no doubt about what we can achieve this season. So we now can have full focus on the league, and you know, I feel like we've seen some things yesterday that we can kind of implement into our game, like we did at Ipswich. but more so with playing. You get what I mean? Playing
Yeah.
football, because we know we have the players that can do it. And, you know, we just try and kind of move on from there and take this experience, take everything with us, and
build on it.
Build on it. And essentially, we all want to play higher. We all want to be higher. So,
Yeah.
and the only way you can get there is by playing well, winning games, showcasing yourself like we did yesterday.